today's talk, Thursday the 8th of June. Now I'm going to be showing you a video in a minute about the new cooperation between the World Health Organization and the European Union. Now there's a new a new word here called digital health. Now until a few days ago I can't say I'd ever heard of digital health certification or documentation, but there's this new idea, digital health, and apparently it's completely essential to your well-being, so I think you better pay attention to this video. Now this video contains no reference to signatures having state authority, I'm pleased to say. No mention of totalitarian systems, no mention of global surveillance, no mention of coordinated global digital control, no mention of mission creep, no mention of thin end of the wedge, no mention of double speak, and no mention of sanctions for punishment. So don't worry, there's nothing to be concerned about. Now just before we watch the video, I just want to show you some posters that are completely non-related to this, just a different topic. These are from the Ministry of Truth in Carlisle, which is where I live. This first one says, "How dare you question me?" This next one says, "How dare you think for yourself?" We don't want people thinking for themselves. This next one says, "Dictators hate truth." "How dare you have doubts?" is another poster from the Ministry of Truth in Carlisle. And "Seek truth, not power" is another one. And we also, when possible, like to light up darkness. Now, I'm pleased to say there's not actually a Ministry of Truth in Carlisle. That's actually a building occupied by some very friendly people. It's just rather brutalist architecture. Let's watch the video now.
It's a great pleasure to be part of this signing ceremony for the WHO Global Digital Health Certification Network uptake ceremony.
The COVID-19 pandemic highlighted the value of digital health solutions in facilitating access to health services. While the emergency phase of the COVID-19 pandemic is now over, investments in digital infrastructure remain an important resource for health systems and for economies and societies at large. Like many countries, the European Union made significant investments in COVID-19 certificates to help people move around as safely as possible during the pandemic. The European Union certification system was used by all 27 EU member states and more than 50 other countries. Building on the success of the EU system, WHO is proud today to launch the Global Digital Health Certification Network. So thank you so much to European Union for the excellent certification system that you have transferred to us, and we have the chance to build on it. WHO will begin operations of the network today with the existing COVID-19 certificate as a global public good. Soon after, we will expand this infrastructure by incorporating other use, such as a digitized international certificate of vaccination, routine immunization cards, and international patient summaries. WHO will continue to work with all regions to ensure that the network is accessible globally, incorporating relevant experiences and standards from other countries and regions. It's important to emphasize that privacy is key. WHO will not have any access to any personal health data. We will only maintain a directory of the public keys that can be used to verify the authenticity of a member state's digital health records. The Global Digital Health Certification Network will be an important part of our efforts to strengthen health systems and support our member states to prepare better for the next epidemic or pandemic. The network could also play a crucial role in cross-border humanitarian situations by ensuring people have access to their health records and credentials as they move across borders due to conflict, the climate crisis, and other emergencies. WHO would like to thank again the European Commission for its partnership and support and for advocating the EU member states and other participants that they migrate to the WHO network. I also thank the EU and WHO teams who worked hard to bring us to this moment. We very much value the European Commission's technical and financial support, and we very much hope that support will continue. WHO looks forward to implementing this administrative arrangement and furthering our collaboration so that all member states can equitably reap the benefits of this vital digital public infrastructure. I thank you, and Katarina, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tedros. I think this really summarizes why we at WHO are excited about this project, which really could leave an important global public good. We look forward to hearing from you, Commissioner Kyriakides, about why this is important from an EU perspective. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tedros. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I'd like to start by thanking you for inviting us to Geneva today. Last November, I had the opportunity to welcome Dr. Tedros to Brussels, where we presented our vision for stronger cooperation and leadership through the EU Global Health Strategy. At that time, we agreed to work even closer together for better global health. The pioneering digital partnership we are launching today is the opening of a new chapter in our partnership. The WHO is a cornerstone of the global health architecture and an indispensable ally for our European Health Union. For the European Health Union, today is also an important day for our contribution to global health. A central pillar for the EU's COVID response is the EU Digital COVID Certificate, which is now being scaled up to global level. This was developed in record time, in the most difficult period of the pandemic. This unique open source system, built on the power of science to get our economies and our societies moving again. It showed our citizens the light at the end of the tunnel and protected at the same time public health amid the uncertainty of the pandemic. And this EU success story quickly became a global standard. We worked hard with all our international partners to ensure that their national certificates could be recognized under the EU COVID certificate framework. Today, the framework has already been taken up by almost 80 countries. It is truly an example of what we can achieve when the world comes together. And I'm delighted that as of July 1st, the World Health Organization will take up the framework of the EU Digital COVID Certificate. Although COVID-19 is no longer a public health emergency of international concern, this new system will remain a key part of our global preparedness to face future health threats. And through this system, we will build a genuine world standard in digital health documentation. Its global successor, the WHO Global Digital Health Certification Network, is the new chapter in the development of digital health. And as the pandemic has shown us all very clearly, digital health does have the ability to transform healthcare systems around the world and deliver better healthcare to citizens. To end, allow me just to say a few words on our cooperation with WHO in advancing global health more generally. I have said many times that a strong, accountable, and well-resourced WHO must be the leading authority in a reinforced global health architecture. The EU will continue to play its part towards the central objective in the negotiations for an international pandemic agreement and the amendments to the international health regulations. And finally, in ending, Dr. Tedros, I would personally like to thank you for your cooperation, for your leadership, and for the valuable help during the pandemic, but also to arrive to today's good news. And I look forward to continuing our close collaboration through the strategic dialogue between the Commission and the WHO. I believe that, as in other occasions, during these last very difficult 3.5 years. The WHO and the EU have come out stronger, have come out more determined, and we have come out more united to improve global health. And our work continues to make this a reality and give hope for citizens worldwide. So once again, thank you.
So on this inspiring note, thank you so much also for highlighting the importance of our partnership overall, as well as the potential and opportunity of this specific project, which we at WHO are deeply committed to build out from. We'll now move to the actual signing ceremony, the signing of the administrative arrangement and letter of intent.
So there we have it. We have to learn some new language now, some new speak, don't we? Digital health certification and documentation. Interesting ideas, but obviously indispensable. Now, this is necessary for safely moving around the world, apparently. It's building on the excellent work from the European Union, their digital health apparatus developed during the pandemic. And this is for global public good, according to the speakers. So they're saying it's for global public good. You might have different opinions, but that's what they're saying. There's going to be progressively more digitalization. This is just the beginning of all these great things that are going to happen to improve, what was the phrase? Oh, that's right, digital health. Digital health. You were pleased to hear that privacy data is going to be protected. This is going to improve access to health across borders and maybe even who travels across borders, who knows. And there's going to be a vital digital infrastructure between countries, so they'll be able to talk to each other about, oh, I don't know, maybe about me, who knows, I don't know what about. We learned that the European Union, the WHO, is an indispensable ally. This is from Stella let's call her Stella K. Now, this new system in the European Union was developed in record time, and thankfully it wasn't built at the speed of science, but it was built on the power of science. So it's got science in the sentence, therefore it must be good, because it's built on the power of science, and it gives hope for citizens worldwide. The European Union and the WHO are giving hope to citizens worldwide. Built on the power of science, with digital health certifications. And did you notice? Stella crept in there the international health regulations, which some people have critiqued in the past. And she appreciated the valuable help from Dr. Tedros during the pandemic. I can't quite think of an example now, but I'm sure there was plenty of things that he did during the pandemic that were valuable, and they comment that it's inspiring. So pretty full-throated endorsement there, really. You might have some concerns, but anyway, you might have some concerns, but oh, there's that poster I put on earlier.
Good morning. We are bringing to you today's most important news from around the world. Despite all the extraordinary efforts, the government and health system workers are still struggling to bend the curve of growing cases caused by the latest variant of the virus. 5 more people died today, and 30 million tested positively. Citizens are now required to wear masks when they step out to the balconies of their isolation facilities, and take them off only when they are back to the safety of their rooms. Stay compliant. Stay isolated. Stay safe. And now, on to other news. As the whole planet went on the righteous crusade against climate change and global warming, we are excited to spread the word about another successful project. As science tells us, during the night, plants release CO2 into the atmosphere. CO2 is a powerful greenhouse gas that dramatically contributes to global warming. But don't worry. Almost 100,000 square miles of South American rainforest has been cleared, and this area is used to construct one of the largest solar panel fields in the world that will provide us with a tremendous amount of clean energy. We will keep fighting the deadly forests and defeat climate change. That is all for today. Stay tuned for tomorrow's news.
Bruce Kowalski, your weekly food ration has arrived.
Mask up your nose.
The Godfather movie is banned from our database for misrepresentation and stereotypization of the Italian community. Pulp Fiction movie is banned from our database for excessive violence and racist content. The movie 1984 never existed.
Stay compliant. Stay isolated. Stay safe. And now, on to other news. Say goodbye to cows and beef. As you might know, cows and livestock agriculture in general is a source of methane, a powerful greenhouse gas. Cows fart, and the temperature on Earth rises 1 degree with each cow fart, contributing to global warming. This is why the authorities started a cow extermination program, and today the last herd of cows has been dealt with. The Earth has officially become a cow-free planet, and climate change is finally under control. You might get concerned, where would we obtain our proteins from? Chicken and pork are not commonly accessible products, and beef is gone now. Do not worry. Hundreds of alternative protein manufacturing facilities have been constructed on each continent. They process thousands of tons of protein-rich food. This alternative food contains way more protein than beef. It is cheap to cultivate and it doesn't contribute to global warming. Kudos to science and green agenda. That is all for today. Stay tuned for tomorrow's news.
Bruce Kowalski. Your monthly universal basic income has been deposited into your account. For more information, press details. You have been paid 2,000 central bank digital tokens. The following fees are being deducted: accommodation fee, food ration fee, recycling fee, clean energy fee, personal greenhouse gas emissions fee, climate change fee, diversity fee. Your current remaining balance is 5 central bank digital tokens, and if not spent, it will expire in 7 days. Attention! Important announcement.
Dear residents of the quarantine facility number 89. Great news! Here at Nova Gene Labs, we grant you a chance to participate in the trials of our new drug, which has been developed by our research team. This drug is absolutely safe and will bring the end to the deadly virus we are all fighting together for the last several years. Those of you who chose to participate will get a significant social credit score boost. As the result, you will be relocated to a superior isolation facility, receive a higher universal basic income, and become eligible for an improved food ration. Should you choose to participate in the Nova Gene Labs clinical trials program, our specialist will visit you within the next few hours, make an injection, and will be daily monitoring your condition online. Your participation is very important to us and the rest of the world. Make a difference. Follow the science and make the right choice. Nova Gene Labs is not responsible for any side effects, injuries, or death followed after the injection. Sorry to hear that.
A new virus that emerged in Asia a couple of months ago keeps spreading all over the world. Some countries are imposing lockdowns and stay-home orders to protect their populations from this highly contagious disease. In our country, 3 persons in their 90s died of the virus in long-term care facilities. The virus keeps spreading in our country. Almost 500 new cases have been registered last week. As of today, the whole country is going into a complete lockdown. The health authorities are imposing a strict stay-at-home order. While these measures are tough, they are temporary. We need only 2 weeks to bend the curve.
The pandemic represents a rare but narrow window of opportunity to reflect, reimagine, and reset our world.
Despite strict lockdowns being in place, the virus cases keep growing exponentially. The government is considering the option of proclaiming a state of emergency in some areas, and relocating citizens to safe and isolated quarantine facilities.
Attention all citizens. Your district is contaminated, and you will be evacuated immediately. Please take only necessary personal belongings and step outside of your homes. You will be transported to a safe, isolated location.
Attention. Non-compliant resident alert. Attention. Non-compliant resident alert. Attention. Non-compliant resident alert. Attention. Non-compliant resident alert. Attention. Non-compliant